Okay, let's get this going. Good morning, everyone. And this is Garima from Ottawa. And we are today here to talk about DevOps Summit 2021. We are really excited to update you for the key upcoming events, pre events, and the tracks which we have for the DevOps Summit 2021. The summit happens 8th and 9th of November. It's organized by Capital Carbon Consulting. Our current sponsors, Digital on Us and Capital Carbon Consulting. Thank you very much for sponsoring this event. We also have our track leaders today. So let's go through who are the track leaders for the DevOps Summit 2021. Let's start with Shantanu. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Garima. Hello, everyone. So I'm Shantanu. I'm from Bangalore, India, and I've been with DevOps Space for more than a decade now. It's been an amazing field that I've been a part of, and I'm a bit fortunate to be a part of at the core. So I enjoy every day because of the work that I do. And believe me, with the kind of technology that we have today, this technology plays a very good role for us to look forward to. I'm very happy to be a part of DevOps Summit 2021 core team, and I look forward to an eventful 2021 summit this year. We have got a lot of things to look forward to, but yeah, I'll be talking about that soon. Over to you, Sriram.
Thank you, Shantanu. Hey all, this is Sriram here. I am stationed in North America. I've been associated with DevOps and SRE consulting for past few years, working with major clients in North America. And I'm really excited to be part of this DevOps Summit 2021 in Canada, organized by Carbon Consulting. This summit is something that I look forward for. And I think, there are a lot of interesting topics that has been lined up. So looking forward for all the contributions from the leaders in this space around the world to share their stories. Thank you. Over to you, Mafsar.
Good morning, good evening. My name is Mahfuzur Rahman, and I come from PepsiCo Corporate. My most recent assignment is I'm leading the DevOps on the SAP side. It's a huge transformation that we're doing. It's about $5 billion project that for the next couple of years, and there's a lot of bits and pieces. One of my biggest challenges, you understand, SAP is not big on DevOps, and there is a lot of catch up to do. With my previous work coming from the ITSM space, I believe that there's a lot we can catch up. And I've been with the Carbon Consulting and DevOps Canada probably less than a year now, and I'm looking forward to that journey. And I am based out in Edmonton, Alberta. On the other side, we're from Garima, and I'm looking forward to a learning journey with with you all. And this event itself, I think I'm looking forward to learning from all of you.
Thank you very much. And let's talk about the key highlights of the DevOps Summit. We are essentially a experiential learning conference. And when we started to kind of dwell into how we would craft this conference, we came up with an idea of doing pre-events. So every month we have a monthly theme, which is connected to DevOps. And in January, we already did a lot of sessions around data ops and the journey from DevOps to data ops. So this white paper we have created already, and it is available in the crowdsourced artifacts of the DevOps Summit 2021. In February, actually, we explored a lot of games, tools around gamification. And we also have created two white papers, DevOps culture and leveraging the power of gamification. It's already available in the crowdsource section. And in March, we are talking about business agility with DevOps. So we are really excited to bring all these difficult questions on the table and to explore our collective wisdom towards bringing new practices, next generation tools and techniques to onboard to more mm, productive, resilient, and innovative digital solutions. So the key highlights for this conference would be workshops. Obviously, we also will have a lot of opportunities for all of us to contribute to crowdsource artifacts with global audience. We create a dialogue and build our DevOps community. So if you want to build your own DevOps community, this is an excellent opportunity to get onboarded too. And experiential learning, gamification, crowdsourcing, everything, and together actually within the core team we have explored and we have ideated that what are the difficult questions we want to kind of consider for the summit and before the summit. So some of these white papers which we have created through this crowdsourcing ideation and validation are available in the crowdsourcing artifacts, and you must be excited to see how many of these questions have been answered through speakers, panelists, and also crowdsourcing it to the DevOps specialists around the world. I would also like to highlight that this summit will have three tracks. The first track is DevOps Experience. The second track would be DevOps and data. And the third track is DevOps and products. We have our experts here who are leading these tracks. And I would begin this conversation with Shantanu, who is leading the track for DevOps Experience. So how is this track building up and what the audience can expect from this track?
So Garima, just to begin with, a quick summary of what DevOps Summit Canada has been a part of. So I've been associated with this summit for a good long time now, and what I've personally felt, this is an amazing platform where eventually you get to meet a lot of great, professionally connected thought leaders. So this is an opportunity almost for anybody who connects through the summit to connect and meet, interact, talk ideas with great leaders around the globe who are doing revolutionary work in the field of DevOps across the enterprises they are a part of. So this summit is something I'll say a bit different from almost all the summits I've been personally associated with. And to look forward to from a track point of view, I'll say DevOps Experience is majorly a space where you come in and share about the next big transformating or maybe a transformative journey you are building, or maybe to some capacity you are a part of. So what we believe is that transformation is not singular, it's a collective effort. So when we talk about any ideas or any success story, we usually don't talk about the failure stories, but every failure counts for a larger community to learn from. So your experience will help a global cohort to learn better from what you have done and proved and to be ready for the future, be it your organization, your local meetup groups, or even on your own. So I love to do POCs a lot. I do it on my own free will. So anything that I build up and anything that I try and get my hands dirty with in the field of using tools or processes, I know I'm doing better for somebody, at least if not me, for a better group. So what this experience track is going to give you is an opportunity to come forward and talk about it. What have you done? What exactly have you, failed on? And how did you make that failure count for a better success that you're enjoying today? So that's a part. And this particular track, I'll be quite honest with you, we are looking forward to a lot of submissions, and it's very, very interesting submissions that we have gone through this particular track. So we are counting on each and every experience that you've been a part of, and we look forward to your submission as well. Anything that you have done, anything that you have built counts here on this experience. It's about your experience. So that's pretty much of this track, and any more info that you need, we are quite reachable across channels. So just let us know. And this experiential summit, as Garima has already said, is amazingly designed and curated for 2021. So I assure you there will be a lot to look forward to.
Excellent, Shantanu, and I do believe that you will have a lot of submissions to review. So good luck with that. And now I move on to Sriram, and this topic is really close to my heart because I have been working with data and data scientists, and I felt that there's a lack of agility in the data space, and that's why we together brainstormed and built this track for the DevOps Summit 2021. So, Sriram, how are you seeing the traction building up for data ops and data and DevOps, and how data can learn from DevOps and all that? Like, talk a little bit more about it.
Sure, Garima. And as you rightly said, right, this topic is one of something that's that's getting good attraction in the market as well. A lot of industries have started looking into DevOps and data. And to clarify, right, this particular track, as you mentioned as well, will be having three facets, right? One is on the data ops. Second is on how do you build your DevOps strategy for data applications, and third is how much of your the data can be applied on your DevOps transformation, right? We wanted to bring this so that all the leaders can collectively share their information, right? And it is just going to be learning for one organization to the other, right? At the end of the day, the entire community is going to benefit out of it. Let's talk about the data on the DevOps, right? If I take one part of the track, it's more that's one of the interesting topic as well, right? Let me put it in this way: your organization is as successful in your transformation journey as much as you are able to collect the data, right? As much as you are able to measure it and prove that you have made the transformation. So. Today, we see that a lot of organizations have adopted to the DevOps, but how much they have traveled so far, and what is the benefit that they have got out of it is something the organizations have started measuring. Right, this particular track is brings in that kind of interesting perspective on how much the organization have got measured and benefited out of DevOps transformation. The second is data ops, right? Data is always big. When we talk about data within an organization or within an application or within a product, it's going to be huge amounts of a huge amount of data to be involved, right? Today, organizations have started evolving their data operation strategy, right? How can they efficiently maintain it? How can they bring in the kind of agility? How can they bring in the they can deliver products faster to the market that involves a lot of data, and data requires good amount of analysis as well, right? So this is another interesting area of this track, right? Which I'm really looking forward to hear from the industry leaders who have excelled in it, who have a compelling story to share, which can only benefit others, right? So that is the other part. The final part is the how do you handle database changes, or it could be a small data related technology stacks within your applications that goes in line with your overall DevOps process, right? So put together, I'm really looking forward look into and understand how the industry looks forward. And this is let us also be candid that this is an upcoming area, right? This is going to evolve. So industry challenges, industry leaders, if they have compelling stories to share, I would request them to come forward and share. It is just going to benefit the rest of the community persons, right? That's the that's what I look forward in this track, and I'm really eager to take this forward.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sriram. And I think you rightly pointed out that today's call to action is to get engaged and involved and get your contributions in. We call upon all the leaders for data ops to join hands with DevOps Summit 2021 happening in Canada and help us build this collective wisdom and perspective around what data ops could look like in future. So I really kind of appreciate if a lot of people who are working on, let's say, sprinting the data or data observability, data ops, if you have community of practices around data, I call upon everyone to submit the talk here at the DevOps Summit. We are really looking forward for that. Now I
Yeah, and
would
adding to that, yes. Sorry. Yeah. Just to add your point, Garima, right, the white paper that is going to come out of this track, I'm sure it's going to be a roadmap for many organizations to adopt to in the future. Right. So I think that's the USP that we will have as part of this track.
Yeah, I think you rightly mentioned, and thank you for putting that point ahead. Now, I actually want to discuss the third track, which is extremely interesting, DevOps and products. DevOps does not stand alone, right? So it has a purpose to serve. And this is one of the tracks which is extremely important and crucial when we talk about business agility, or, how entrepreneurs or product owners would be working with DevOps hand in hand to build these practices and capabilities. So I would actually then hand it over to Mahfuzer to talk about how this track is looking like today, and what are the kind of speakers you're seeing who are submitting their talks in this track.
Well, Garima, thank you, and very exciting time. This is in fact I would say a very interesting track. If you look at DevOps as a product, and it's evolved. Now, if you define if you define us to define, how would you define DevOps as a product? It's evolved, it's evolving, think about all those POS machine at the restaurants that are closed now, and how they have to adapt with the Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes or even DoorDash, right? You have seen the transformation in the last few months, and even for an industry, for us in a big enterprise, we had to adapt, collaborate, and we had to open the system with major vendors like Amazon, Walmart, and the big vendors. So again, I'm looking forward to this track. Coming back to your question, Garima, what are we expecting? I'm expecting industry best practices. And when I say industry best practices, I'm looking forward to the leaders in not only in the education sector, I'm also looking at the people that going through the transformation at the very moment. So I will not the egg out of the basket at the moment, but I'm looking forward to have some exciting um, uh, not only the agile coaches, probably some of the people that are doing the transformation for this track, and the live learning, and that's what I'm the gamification itself. That's what I'm expecting, and I will probably hope to have closed those speaker series sometime this month, Garima.
Excellent. And I think we need support from all the people out there who are developing tools for DevOps. They have products for DevOps. They have new ideas which they are curating, or even startups who are kind of emerging in this space. I call upon all the people to actually get together and see if they have a possibility to submit a talk, or in case we also have other ways to contribute. So in case you are looking for sponsoring this event, you're pretty much invited, and we have the links here. We also have the Spotlight Contributor series, where we actually would bring spotlight contributors, whether you're an entrepreneur or a product owner, or data ops evangelist. We would be able to bring you as spotlight contributors. So do check out the sponsorship details. You can become a spotlight contributor as well. Lastly, I would mention that there is a possibility for all of you to join the meetup community and get a preview of the various events we do in this community. So if you're already excited, don't wait for November. I think here is the time to get actually in and get your voice heard. So we call upon all the community people to join forces with us, and let us know if um, this excites you. So we are looking for all the contributions. And with that, I think any final words from any of our track leaders before we close this session for today?
Just to add to almost everything that we have covered, Garima, so we have a lot of different options that you can explore out there for the summit. So you can go through a wonderful panel discussion where we will be selectively curating the whole panel, and there will be a good cohort of thought leaders where you can be a part of that panel discussion, and you can bring in the thoughts that basically has been pondering around for a good long time within you. So there are, apart from panel discussions, there are very great crowd chat topics. So we can get that for you as soon as we hear the excellent idea that you come up with for the crowd chat. So these are the two main things, and we, anyways, will be mainly focusing on the talk tracks. But if there are some more things which you want to talk about and cover across this summit, you can plan for a workshop as well. We are very open to that. So there are a lot of channels through which this summit could be made more interesting. So we look forward to your ideas, and feel free to reach us out if you have something better to present. So these are the main three blocks, but we are open to any more.
Thank you, Shantanu. And we look forward for all the contributions. Bye for now from this committee. We will be continuously updating you on the progress we are making. So thank you all for joining us today.